Adults often explain away their failure to learn a new language by citing a missing, invisible biological trait. They assume fluency requires a language gene they simply weren't born with. History offers a compelling counterargument in Cato Lumb. She studied 28 languages and spoke 16 fluently enough to work as a professional simultaneous interpreter. Lumb's credentials are even more striking because she claimed to have absolutely zero natural talent. She started learning in her adult years, proving that progress comes from dedicated time and interest rather than being gifted. She reduced her methodology to a radical blueprint. This simple formula suggests that the time you spend, multiplied by your genuine interest, dictates your ultimate result. However, modern adults face a variable Lumb's math initially overlooked: fear. Many learners are so embarrassed to make mistakes that they end up saying nothing. In a modern context, the result is your time plus motivation divided by your level of fear. By auditing Lumb's historical success against modern linguistic science, we can reveal the actual mechanics of how to build fluency from the ground up. Lumb envisioned a language as a massive building with 4 grand halls: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. You are only truly at home in a language once you have entered all 4. She was famously skeptical of immersion, arguing that passive activities like watching television were mindless for adults. She believed that real learning required conscious, deliberate effort. Modern science suggests a different balance. While adults don't absorb patterns with the effortless speed of a toddler, immersion remains a powerful tool for developing natural intuition. The ideal synergy combines logical study with constant exposure. Logic provides the structural foundation, while immersion provides the life and helps the brain recognize patterns naturally. This printed dictionary illustrates a common trap, the 2-column method, where you memorize a word alongside a single translation. This leaves vocabulary isolated and detached from how the language is actually used. To fix this, avoid copying ready-made definitions. When you find a new word, immediately draft a unique sentence that links it to your own life, thoughts, or experiences. Fluency requires a living system. Words only take root when they are anchored in a meaningful context where all the parts support each other. Grammar functions as the internal operating system of a language. This geometric grid represents how individual words are anchored into a unified, rigid structure that dictates how meaning is actually built. Lumb occasionally promoted cross-linguistic transfer, where a learner takes the grammar of a familiar language and tries to apply it to a new one. As seen here, these rules are often forced onto structures where they simply don't fit. Modern linguistics generally discourages this. Using Russian grammar to build a Turkish sentence often results in fossilized errors, unnatural patterns that become harder to fix the longer you repeat them. Effective adult learners approach each language as an independent system. You have to learn the new language on its own terms, respecting its unique internal logic. This is why modern textbooks written entirely in the target language are so effective. They remove the safety net of your native tongue, preventing the urge to constantly compare and translate. Constant exposure to the target language helps your brain think directly in that new system. It forces you to bypass the slow, taxing process of translating sentences in your head. Setting aside your native language during study is the most direct way to map the adult brain onto a foreign grammatical structure. This river illustrates the concept of reading for flow. Stopping to translate every unknown word kills your momentum, turning a book into a chore. Letting the context carry you through a story mimics natural discovery. When you finally deduce a word's meaning through mental effort alone, it creates a more lasting memory than a quick dictionary lookup. This contextual understanding also helps dismantle myths about easy languages. While English grammar seems simple initially, learners quickly face a complex web of phrasal verbs and idioms, where one word can have dozens of context-dependent meanings. Conversely, Chinese is often viewed as impossibly difficult, yet it possesses a highly logical internal structure. Many characters are built from repeating visual roots that provide a clear system for those who look closely. Languages don't fall into a simple hierarchy of difficulty. It merely balances different sets of challenges. The only easy language is the one that provides enough personal inspiration to sustain your interest over the long term. Genuine interest gets you to the starting line, but relying solely on your daily motivation is a critical mistake. Motivation is a fleeting spark that vanishes on the days you feel tired or uninspired. Self-discipline is what keeps you in the process. Small, regular steps, as routine as brushing your teeth, are the actual engines that drive fluency. While mistakes are a necessary part of using a language, an uncorrected error is a disaster. If you keep repeating the same mistake, it becomes a permanent habit that is difficult to unlearn. Modern language teachers act as navigational compasses. Their primary function is to provide immediate feedback, ensuring you stay on a productive path and saving you months of unlearning errors you failed to notice yourself. Language is one of the few disciplines that is never useless to know, even at a basic level. By utilizing this scientific blueprint, you can stop waiting for a genetic gift and start building your own fluency today.